How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. Welcome back to today.
Thank you. Nice to
So
see
we're
you
back.
again.
Nice to see you. Nice evening. A little bit cold.
Yes, it was really good in the morning. It was like sunny, felt like a nice summer day, and then all of a sudden lunchtime came in rain and cold, and yeah,
Uh,
all in one
okay.
day.
So good evening, everyone. This is Susanna Olatunji Kamalafe on the African Auto Experience. I'm here again tonight with our author or Oral Wiz, which has been talking to us about her book, Alien Letters. So, if you've not joined us before, if this is your first time of joining us, we're talking about author experience on this book called The Alien Letters. The author is here with us live, and we're going to be chatting all about the book. You can go onto our Facebook page. We have a Facebook page whereby you can see all the videos for the past 3 weeks that we've been talking about the healing letters. You can also uh, add yourself to the African Caribbean Author Highland. It's a group on Facebook page. So just type in African Caribbean Author Highland and you'll find all the series that we've done for the past 3 weeks. So this is our fourth weeks, and we'll be talking and chatting all about healing letters. So here we go. You meet our author for this evening again that will be sharing our experience with us. You're welcome. Can you introduce yourself again?
Hello, I'm Mario Vies, author of Healing Letters, like Susanna just said. I'm very pleased to be here with you again for our fourth week, and just to discuss a little bit more of my book. So, welcome back to those who have been here with us, and if you're new, just sit and enjoy our conversation.
It's a conversation, yeah. So it's
Yeah, it
all
is.
about the book. It's all about the book, Healing Letters.
Yes.
So that is what it's all about. So, uh, do you want to introduce us again to the book, Healing Letters?
So, Healing Letters, it's my memoir. It's a book about emotional freedom and liberation of the soul. It is also about forgiveness and love above all things. So, it's something that you can read yourself, you can give to a loved one. If you love someone, this is the book for them because it is a book to talk that talks to every heart, every soul out there that has been to trials and tribulations or that knows someone that is going through something. And so, by reading my book, Healing Letters, they will realize that they're not alone. We all go through something, but the most important thing is that we can overcome one day at a time, and we can all get there eventually.
Yes, we can all get there eventually. That is the key thing that we need to know, that we can all get there. Uh, so for those of you that are watching us, you can send your questions, send your comments, and send questions to us. We can take those questions tonight if you are there with us. So now we've said a lot about this book, and it's still, as every time we talk about the book, it looks new, it looks interesting, it's still current. There's so much to talk about. Today, I'm going to go deeper again and allow you to really acknowledge the people that have played a lot of influence in the way in bringing this book to life.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about these people that you've acknowledged, these people that played a significant role in your life. There was one thing I was reading about the book then
Mm-hmm.
when you said to you. So I just read the first line of that. So for those of you that will be getting the book, you need to go out and get the book. We have all the links. It's going to be there. So I read it to you now. You said, "You that cry in silence when friends misjudge you or do not understand you. You that carries deep secrets that haunt you day and night." So
Yeah.
that is on the page 4 of the book, the first few page of the book, where you give acknowledgements. That's part of your dedication to people that are, you know, making,
Yes.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
when I was reading those few lines there that I will read out to you there, talks about having those hidden secrets, things that hurt you, that you have to carry those burdens that you carry with yourself day and night. And friends that misjudge you based on what they see or what you do, and they come to a misjudgment, and or people that just, people within our community that just find it easy to you know pass the judgment on you as a person.
Yes. So basically, yeah, you're right. So I wrote that dedication because my main dedication is for my mom, my son, and my best friend, which is my son's godmother. And then I thought that I have other parts. That's the dedication part, and to you is a poem that I put out there because I have another part where I say acknowledge to other people, but those ones are the main ones for me. So I put as dedication and then acknowledge. And to you, I put a dedication to you, which is a poem as well, and basically is what you said is me explaining the person that I am, but I put out there as to you, you that go through trials and tribulations, you that suffer in silence, um, you that are afraid to be misjudged if you speak your truth, you that cry in silence, you that keep fighting. That I ask the to you to, that the keep stop fighting because not everything it's a battle, it's a war. I'm speaking to you, but that's the person that I was. Because then, in the end of the poem, I finish by saying to you that went through all of that, but now choose to love, to forgive others for what they have done to you, to forgive yourself for allowing them that liberty of making you feel less than you are, you that now choose to love and walking on purpose, you that now understand that you are worthy of love, all the love that you can give and you can have. You that love your children with all the heart that you have and you are able to show that love. So I'm talking to you because you are me, because in the end of the day, that was the person that I was suffering in silence, I was crying in silence, I was hurt, but I never spoke anything because you feel ashamed, you are afraid that people are going to judge you, you feel afraid that people are going to hurt you more than you are already hurt, so you just stay quiet. You're suffering, you're going to all these battles, you need help, but you don't ask for help because you don't want people to see you as weak. And at the same time, there's that kind of believing of the strong black woman, where I try to walk away sometimes because I might be a strong person, a strong woman, but I don't want to live up to that label, because the problem is we keep putting labels on people, and then when we have to live up to that label, sometimes it's exhausting. And I felt exhausted because people kept saying to me, you're such a strong woman, you're such a strong black woman. But I was crying, I was in pain, emotional pain. I needed help, but I wasn't able to ask for help because I was afraid people were going to see me as weak, respect me less, judge me more. So when I took myself out of those barriers, when I freed myself out of that, I started loving myself more. I start walking away from judgments. I start not caring what people were think about me, because in the end of the day, I knew who I was, and I knew if I needed help, I needed to ask for help. And when I was able to do all of that, I started loving myself more. I started engaging more with my son. I started living a better life, and emotionally and mentally, I started feeling better and living better for myself and for my child. So that's to you, I'm saying all of those things, but you are me. We all the same somehow. You that goes to trying tribulations. Our stories might not be the same, but we understand each other because if you're talking to me, I understand your pain. You might understand my pain, and maybe I'll be able to help you some way through my experience and my journey. And you'll find that in the book and in my poem. So that's basically why I felt it was important to dedicate, not just for the people that I love, but for the people out there. Because in the end of the day, I started writing this book for me, but then I realized that through my journey I could help other people, so it was important for me to put that poem in the book.
Oh, thank you so much. I was just sitting back there, just listening to that, and I felt that this was the right time for us to actually talk about it.
Yes.
That dedication to people out there that will get the book. If you're out there, if you've not got this book, this is a time for you to just say, Susie, where will I get this book? Just go onto the link, ask us, talk to us about it. Because I was just listening that, so many of us lives in pain just like that. So many of us are, we're doing so much, we're doing so little, and we just put so much pressure on ourselves. And then the community, the world itself put a lot of pressure on us. And it's
Yeah.
difficult to really share because you really don't know who is for you sometimes. You don't know how far you can share that could take people away from you. People say they care, they love you. People who tells you, "Oh, I'm there for you," but when you really share your truth, would they really stand with you? Those are the questions that we ask each other. And I think this book is so interesting because it just gives you that insight. It just builds people's spirits. It just cheers you up. It gives you that confidence you need. Now, if you don't have anybody to talk to, get the book and you can talk to the book, with it. It talks back to you, I say. It talks back to you, because when you
It
read it,
does.
yeah, and it's talking back to you, it's telling you that, look, this is it. It gives you answer. That's what I mean by saying it talks back to you. For
Yeah.
every stage, it gives you answer to those questions. It allows you to be critical of yourself, and it allows you to feel like, yes, I'm not alone, and which is important,
Yeah.
and I think that is what you want us to get from your book. You want
Yes.
everyone to know you're not alone.
Yeah.
You're not alone on this journey. There's so
Mhm.
many people, other people on this journey with you as well.
Yes, because even sometimes when I forget, if you knew how many times I read my book, sometimes I go back to my own book to remind me where I was, where I am, and where I still can go. So if I have to remind myself, trust me, you will open your eyes to other horizons. All
Yeah,
right.
that's why I'm saying the book is live. It is live. You just, you just pick it up, and that's why I say it speaks to you. It's live. Just get it, go and read it, and you have all your therapy that you need. You
Yeah.
have all the therapies that you need.
True.
If you want the author to sign your book, don't forget, just drop a message in the comments there. We will definitely respond to all your comments. We keep checking to see what you have out there, and you have the links there as well. So I'm going to go far away now to your acknowledgement, and I'm just going to briefly run through, and then I would talk about. I'll tell you what I really love you to share with us. You
Yeah.
talk about your family, you talk about your support network around your son.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about your long life friends and friendship. We've talked about how value friendship could be, and how value friendship is to us. You
Yes.
talk about Marilyn, which is the
Madeline.
AKA sister. Yeah, you tell us
Yeah.
who that person is. You talk about Tanya, but you talked about one person that really touches me. And I think the reason why that stands out for me is because I'm an educator myself, I'm a teacher. And, we believe strongly, especially when I was growing up as a child in Nigeria, that teachers play a lot of role in our life. They just influence our life in a big way. I don't know how far teachers are doing right now in Nigeria or in other countries, but I think they play a significant role. So tell us about this role, this acknowledgement to your teacher. And before we go to the publisher, your illustrators, there's so many people in this book that you really need to grab a copy of this book and read. So tell us about your teacher.
So this is my primary teacher. As funny as my sound, I don't remember her name. I'd been trying many times to remember her name, but I don't remember it. But you know what? It doesn't even matter because I don't remember her name, but I remember how she made me feel. And
Wow.
there's a say a say that says that people might not remember
Mm-hmm.
what you made for them, but
Mm-hmm.
they will remember what how you them feel. I think it's
Yeah.
something like that under those
Mm-hmm.
lines. So this teacher, she came into my life in a time where when in the beginning of the book when I was going to my child's abuse, and she was the first person that made me understand good in people and evil in people. One day, I was just crying in school because of some circumstances, and she touched my hands, and I felt love. The love that I wasn't having at home, I felt from her touching my hands and she hugging me and consoling me. And it is a feeling that I'll never forget. You know, like I said, I don't remember her name, but I remember that specific moment, the way she made me feel. She made me feel safe. And that was something that I wasn't feeling. That was something that I didn't understood.
I, I I think we can rename her and call her Safety.
Safety. Yeah. In the book, I said she's one of my angels by safety, because that's how I think, to be honest, I know teachers are there to educate, but at the same time, to make us feel safe when we are
Yeah.
far away from our
Mm.
parents, because when
Mm.
you are with your parents, you're supposed to feel safe. So
Yeah.
when you're not around, they are in school and the teacher is there, they're supposed to feel safe,
Mm-hmm.
and appreciated. I know even loved. I know she won't be able to love like a parent, or she
Mm-hmm.
might, but the way, and then she was black as well in a white environment. I was the only
Mm-hmm.
black girl in the school, and she
Mm.
was the only black teacher in the school.
Well.
So having that representation, people saying about representation mattering, it matters so much because I felt excluded. I felt like I didn't excluded, not included, because I didn't had nothing that represented me. And then I see that person that represented me with a afro, an apologetic afro. She would use her afro as it was, black, and not being embarrassed of that. She embraced her blackness by having her hair the way it was. It wasn't even relaxed. Nothing that, not that is something about relaxing her hair, but on that time, those years in a
Yeah.
environment, sometimes people tend to lose themselves to fit. And as far as I remember, I don't see she was trying to fit at all, and then the way she protected me when I was around her from the other kids bullying me, and the way she would come and spend time with me and try to talk to me, try to understand why my sadness, why I was always quiet in my corner, not playing with the others. I can never forget that, and I just hope that my son can have the same memories, or any child out there that is going through something at home can have a place or a person in their life that they can feel safe around, because you're not feeling safe on your environment and not having anywhere else where you can go and have that safety. I'm telling you, it's something important. It's something that we all, even as an adult, we all want that safety. We all want to feel that safety somehow, somewhere, with someone.
Yeah, we all long for that safety net. Safe. No,
Yes.
so I think we're perfect to say we give her that name, Safety. Because it's boiled down to that. Both of you needed each other to make each other feel safe. The fact
Yeah.
that she has the same, she's in the same boat with you there. You're both alone, and she needed a safety network. You needed a safety network. She gave it to
Yeah.
you. You're giving it to her, because you wouldn't believe. I have to say, was it recently I went somewhere, and thank God I was saying to myself that it was good I had a friend around me there, because um I thought I was comfortable in that environment, but then I realized on that day that if I didn't have my friend there, I would
Mhm.
have been out of place, and that's
Yeah.
unusual. So I needed her as much as she needed uh She was
Yeah.
happy to be there. She was so happy that I invited her. But I
Yeah.
realized along the way, wow, that thank God I wasn't keeping this to myself alone. Thank God that I invited someone along to come with me, because she became my safety net there. She became my comfort, she, if not for her, I would have been out of place. So I believe that is what she has done for you. She becomes, you become, she made you not to feel out of place.
Yes. And
In
she
the,
understood, isn't it? Because she was the only black adult as well in that
yeah,
school. So
yeah.
I'm sure she was probably feeling out of place as well. So she, better than anyone, could understand if she as an adult was feeling out of place. Imagine a young girl, So I think we just,
She
yeah,
knew that she could feel it, that wow,
yeah,
what we, because she's feeling it, that if I'm
yeah,
feeling this way, what will she be feeling? I'm an
exactly.
adult and I still feel this way, and
Hmm.
what will she be feeling? And I think
Exactly.
we're never too old to find ourselves in this position, because what I was saying happened recently. So it doesn't matter how many people you know, it doesn't matter what age you are,
Hmm.
you're never too old to find yourself in a situation whereby you totally feel out of place.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that when people pick up the book Healing Letters, can you get people to see the book again? Because this is what we're talking about today. We're
Yeah.
talking about healing letters. It come to the camera a little bit more. Yeah. So, wait, yeah, that is perfect. So we're talking about the healing letters. We have people watching us. If you have any question, just drop it in there. Go and grab a copy of this book, Healing Letters. I'm talking to the author. This is about the author's experience. And if you like your book to be signed, please drop a comment in the comment space there on live on Facebook. Um, so we've talked so many things about this book, and it's just keep coming up and keep coming up. So there's something you talked about, therapy. You were talking about how, what we need to do to that as a therapy for ourselves. And I was also reading when you talk about your own personal therapy, so therapist, how important that is, because a lot of people feel they don't need it, especially within our community. This is not something we feel we need. We believe there's so many ways we do therapies. So we do it through talking to our friends, our families, church. There's so many play platform that gives us that opportunity. But
Hmm.
somehow, sometimes you still need professionals. You need them. And then you also talk about the wonderful experience of having friends as our therapy. So let share with us the friends in your life that's has really changed your life. Tell us about them.
Yes, so my therapist, his name was Ian, and yeah, I remember sitting in the office with him, and one time I don't know what we were talking about, and I said, yeah, my life would give like a a life story or a book, and he said, oh, maybe you should write one, and I said, you know what, you're joking, but I always wanted to write a book, but I wanted something meaningful and rewarding, and he said, maybe there's your book then. And we just discarded. I was like, oh, that's crazy, And we start talking about something different, and then that's why I had to put his name on the book as
Yeah,
because we said that jokingly in a session, but funnily enough, it stay in my head, and that's maybe why when I start writing my letters as a diary for practicing therapy,
yeah,
think one thing combined with the other in my head. That's why maybe I dream about it, and that's why the book came along as well. One day I woke up and I said, "Okay, these letters are my book, so I'm gonna put as in a book, if it
yeah.
makes sense." And at the same time, I think when you have good friends, it's good therapy to travel with them, because
Mm,
there's a passage in the book where I said, when I travel with my friends, I was going through something in a domestic violence. It was in a relationship with a narcissistic person,
mm,
and so while we were almost breaking up, we were broke up, and by then, We decided to travel. I arranged that travel even before I met him, because we were paying the travel like parcels by parcel. So by the time I met him, I already had this travel arranged with my friends. So by the time then we got involved, we broke up, and then I went on the trip with my friends to New York, and it was around my birthday, and I was still unsure about the relationship. I loved him. I wanted to go back to him, but I didn't like the way he treated me. But I was so
Mhm.
conflicted. But let me tell you something: when you go away from your environments, being that kind of situation, it's really opens your mind, because you come out of your bubble, that
Yeah.
bubble that you are normally in every single day. And when you come out of your bubble, you are able, it's like you have your bubble and you are on top, and you can see everything that is happening, and you start putting things into perspective and in the right place. And then
Hmm.
you start realizing that, you know what, girl, this is time for you to go. What you doing there? Because if it was one of your friends going through that, you would say to them, what you doing? You crazy, get out. It's not good for you. So, and at the same time, is I needed that. I was feeling so down, so beaten up, and traveling with my friends, laughing for no reason, laughing about everything, going out, having good time. I felt like teenager again, like no care in the world. I wasn't a mother, I wasn't a professional, I wasn't a daughter. I was just me out here with my
Yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
having
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
having a good time. And
Hmm.
so when I came back, it was like I was pumped with energy and
Yeah.
courage, and my voice was back. So when I was back to UK, he saw a completely different person in me. He tried to mess me up again because he saw the positivity in me. And I was like, boy, bye. I'm not dealing with you anymore. You need to go. Having that. Now that I'm back in my body, you're wasting
I'm
your
not. I'm not back for you.
it's not happening. So if you are going through a bad situation, and you're seeing romantic movies as well, you see that every time something happen, like romantic movies, the girl or the boy goes away, and then when they come back they're different, because you need to come out of your bubble to see
Yeah.
things as they are,
To
because when
see.
you are
Yeah.
in the bubble, you feel it's like the dumb with the things in the eyes. You can't see to that side or that side. You just see what's in front of you, and you can't
Yeah.
see that there's more world around for you to see.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was such a beautiful experience that I'm trying to keep every year, trying to go somewhere with a
Yeah.
friend, because it's really wonderful. It's really
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, one of the things I'm going to do is that I'm going to read this out to the people,
Yeah.
and I will give you a chance at the end of this to actually give your final word to your audience, people that might have the opportunity to watch us, people that has been joining us online, people that have been listening to us. So I'm going to read this out to them as our closing remark. So, oral, is it oral? Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Ariel, sorry,
yeah.
Ariel. Ariel's writing is honest and raw as she describes her relationship with her family and others, along with the love she feels for her son. So readers will relate with our experience, and at the end of the book, feel enriched by our story. So this is what I believe the readers are going to feel. So thank you, Oreo, for joining us all along for the past 4 weeks. It's been a great experience being with you. What do
Thank
you
you.
want people to take home? What would you want people to take home from this?
What do I want people to take home? That's a good question. You know what? I just want people, like I said, to take home that whatever you're going through right now, there's other people that have been through to it. So you're not alone. Talk with someone, and be sure that there's someone out there that wants to hear from you and wants to help. But make sure when you talk with someone, is someone that is strong enough to hold your truths, and hold you where you are, meet you where you are, and listen to you, and be there for you. Because some people just hearing you to gossip, to judge, but there's other people, and you know who those people are around you. But don't Don't lose your voice. Never lose your voice. Always hold your voice. Even that low, always hold to your voice.
Yeah, you're totally right. Always keep your voice. So thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you for
been an
having me.
amazing. Sorry, are you hearing me? Okay.
Yes, I am. Yes, yes.
It's been an amazing 4 weeks on this
Thank
auto
you.
experience with you. And
Thank you.
I'm really delighted to have had the experience, to be able to talk a little bit more, really deep insight into this book, Healing Letters. Um, so, for myself and yourself, we say a very big thank you to everybody out there that
Thank
is watching us.
you.
Um,
Thank you for having me. This was a blessing, Susanna.
yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a blessing as well. So, yeah, we're not saying good nights, in that way. We're just saying that you can always, join us and ask questions and go onto those our Facebook page, our group page, for the African Caribbean Authors Ireland. You just go there and see. This is going to be there, so you can watch it at any point in time. You can share them with your friends and families. There's going to be link there for you if you are buying the book, a copy of the book. If you want it signed, all you need to do is just to inbox us. I can see the internet is freezing on us as I talk.
Yes.
But the most important thing is that we both love you all. And thank you for joining us on this auto experience. From me, Susanna, and
Aurea Reis. Hello.
so